Raps coming in from the big side as they try and change their initial targets. They were spread out on the default, but heavy-handed over to the B-bomb site. All 5 players ready for the split play hit. The smokes are coming in towards this short position, or long position rather. Nori will eventually see Molotovs coming in towards cave entrance. Kenzie forced to use a smoke against that angle and try and play the edge of that smoke. Deco blinded by flashbang. They're struggling to take him down, but eventually the firing squad will find that opening pick. The teas are all over the bomb site. Wriggle will fall in trade. The 4v4 ensues and Kenzie goes down to the man advantage with Big. JDC follows it up. Clax and Nori, 2 versus 4. Locked out of the bomb site.
Indeed they are. Good entries coming through for Big, not giving many chances at all to the CTs. They're doubled up at long, but you need a miracle in this.
And Nori's trying to find that miracle, trying to force it out against one of these T-sided players, but Tabson's giving him no chances. Kill easy. Clax is backed up and known about being constantly pressured. They push forward towards the back lines, and they will take the pistol on Big. Pressure initially from Lackey's part of things. Mid-control established that Nori should be able to just struggle to deal with. JDC tanks a lot of damage, but ultimately comes up with a man advantage. Kills trying to return from these Aurora donut players, and they're doing a decent job at resisting Big, but they're not able to get these casualties.
It's a good cancel there from Big. You don't want to be running through that donut smoke. You don't know what's waiting for you on the other side. You just start accelerating into B. Deco can hear all of the footsteps, but you're alone, so you're going to struggle to do anything.
All alone, dead to rights, 2v5, and a number of players that could fall down to these 2 pistols, given the HP of Wriggle and JDC and Searson. JDC still holds the line as Lackey will end up dropping, and Clax in a 1 versus 5 here.
Now, Jay, you asked for my prediction. What about yours in this series?
Well, I went for the slightly sort of unorthodox pick of Aurora, actually, in my prediction game.
Okay.
So, because I look, you can't sleep on the fact it's Aurora. These are still some very powerful players, and I doubt that they're the favourites in this series, but I am going to take a risk on them here.
So who do you reckon is going to top the group then? If you're expecting, what, M80 to win their game against BESTIA and then Aurora to win here? Aurora need to be able to find a response with a bit of an opening kill. They've been struggling on the kill counts at the moment. You've got just Clax jiggling towards A main. Contact quite heavy. Drop the incendiary as soon as he spots players. JDC, though, with that straight entry out in elbow.
Lackey first to fall. A frag to gain. Advantage established very early on for the big side. Now leaning in towards the A site where there is no centralized defensive. They are heavy-handed in trying to challenge back this mid-presence. And they will see nothing on Aurora.
Big have tactically looked very good on this T side. They've been utilizing some strong timings. They've been running the clock. Rigon gets seen out from mid, but no one's on A. This is going to be a tough retake. You might have a couple of players try and spam the bomb carrier. See if you can deny that from going down.
Molly sent towards back site as JDC continues to lead the charge. Low HP, flash dot blinding off Nori, who damn near gets a double. Clax will tray back on Tabson as well. Searson brings it into a 2 versus 2 with Kenzie's casualty behind the boxes. Clax is next up the task, and Deco swings forward anyway. Distraction keeps Searson turned away from the donut entrance, and Aurora will take their first round. Aurora getting their openings now to try and turn it into another good rifle connection. HG's very chunky across the T-side line as they work their way forward. JDC is low, Rigon is now dead, Nori's going to burn, forced into another fight, almost lines it up to a triple. Deco actually nicked that kill on that AWP, and Crimbo will catch Kenzie. Flashes sail right past the AWPer as Tabson will drop to his feet. It's Searson in a 1-on-3. Bomb in the open, M4 still back here at Wood. Lackey waiting for his chance to strike, and he'll take it when it comes up to good. And Aurora take 2 on the trot.
And from my perspective, Jay, I can say that I'm not too disappointed about that last place exit in Belgrade. I'm sure it's very different for Aurora. I'm sure from their point of view, they're looking at that saying, like what you said earlier, it should be a top 4. It should be pushing for playoffs.
They're a team that have been at the front runner position of Tier 2 for a very long time.
They remind me a lot of 3D Max as being sort of that Tier 1.5 team, but they do struggle to get those Tier 1 LAN opportunities.
That's true. When you get a chance to go to Belgrade and establish yourselves at LAN, a chance here in Thunderpick to try and make towards the playoffs, and or at least attempt the playoff position of the LAN itself. It's still difficult to make happen, but Aurora, knowing that they were in a prime position prior to this point, although they have conceded the bomb, so the retake may still be on the table.
I like how passive they're being in this 2v2, though. The last thing you want to do is overextend for fights.
Oh, M4 spotted. Bomb not quite denied. Nori got close, but Crimbo swings. Dead to rights on both those players. It's a damaging round for Big with a bomb plant bonus. When the grand scale of things is pretty decent. But Aurora have still equalized.
Yeah, Big can be very happy about that. And across the board, we noticed that they've got some strong T sides beside them. 53.2.
Weapons free. Orps in play. Damage done again early towards Tabson and JDC. Tamsin taking the brunt of it out towards lane. Missed the spam attempts, but Lackey still turns back in from Donut. Double up against JDC's initial kill and backing away from Searson's Orb. Trying to land a returning blow, and indeed he does. 3v3 established by Big.
Kenzie is still quite aggressive in here at Cheetah. Watch out for the timing in that duel when the smoke clears against Rigon. Searson is just plugging that aggressive ramp hold. Get himself into red room. Start rotating bodies out to A. This could be an A split with Searson to cut rotates. Aurora are just basically relying on Clax to either stay alive or just about get one contact in from Temple to win a fight.
Or Deco Scene takes that fight. Both Orpers fire. Neither one connects. Searson's going to get counter-flanked by Kenzie. And that brings the man advantage home for Aurora. Rigon's going to extend towards Donut. Clax gets onto the bomb site with both their backs turned towards Temple. Can't double up, but Deco can. Wonderfully placed by Aurora. Retake success, and they are in the lead.
It's a perfect opponent because you actually can counter them. You actually can prepare. I think with a lot of the tier 2 teams, they're difficult to be researched upon and be ready for. And Clax getting caught by the anti-rush util. Lucky's desperate for the trade. Zeko with the Orb can't find anything. At least Kenzie gets one.
4v3 scenario for Big established. Bomb on its way in towards lane to join Tabson here. Man advantage taken on the Big side, and Aurora trying to get some sort of response in mid. It's not going to happen as Searson catches Nori through the smoke. JDC will take down Deco in the open, and Kenzie is left all alone back to the B-bomb site. And the bomb may well still lean there, but Big have plenty of options and plenty of chances to trade.
A strong tactical timeout, wasn't it? Called attack and instantly find a response. You beat them with pace. It's a lot quicker out to that shelf and elbow angle, and you have the majority of the mid players that are struggling. And Clax just eats all of that utility damage. The incendiary, the double HEs.
You can see what that will do on their first rebuy. AWP on Deco, M4 for Kenzie, but Lackey and Clax and Nori don't feel so confident.
Watch out for the aggro play to A main. You've got a spam kill from Kenzie, and the A players are just walking.
Tabson body blocks that smoke. Kenzie blind spraying to do damage. You already caught Rigon through the wall bangs. And Clax's D-Ghoul. Crimbo's made noise, taking that bomb as far away as possible. Clax to fire away alongside Nori. And Aurora are answering back with bomb control. A secondary pick towards Donut, towards Elbow rather, may still be on for them as Lackey takes down JDC in red room. They're down to 2 players here, so trying to fight back with some stellar orb shots, but taking tons of damage. Both him and Tabson are low.
You might just save here. I don't think they should commit for this. It's a 2v3 with no map control and hardly any HP. Don't even attempt it. Don't even try.
And Deco's now watching for Tabson. Not quite ready for him, actually. They've isolated another fight. It's still difficult, even though they have brought it back to a 2 versus 2. Searson's AWP be the first port of call on the site itself. Kenzie's checking out the back of the boxes. Bomb tapped once. They've got no kits. They're going to have to stick this in the 10-second mark, and they've only really got 15 seconds remaining. AWP shot does not land for Searson, but he's played enough distraction to where they're going to have to escape without the defuse, as Big will just about force out that 5th round. Got dicey, got close, but it is squared the board.
Well, at least Searson won the round. He might not have got the kill again.
Gun set, AKs and AWPs. Fast plays in from Big. Rush out on the A side. Deco's M4 going to catch off a kill. A double, in fact, as they line up. Rigon and JDC offered up to the opening 2 picks to the CT side. May well still be a 6 apiece half. 5 on 3 established for Aurora. Big standing away from the bomb site, trying to establish their presence because they've lost that bomb in the open. The blind sprays that Tabson ran right into on Lackey. One returning pick, but they need a little bit more.
I haven't casted big in a little while, Jamie, and it certainly felt very aggressive at times on their T side, which is quite unusual for this team. They like to run the clock. They like to be quite systematic.
Player in the open as well. Searson's got flashbangs to enable, or could just boost the AK up. Is Clax ready for this? Yes, he is. Justin's quick. Orpa doesn't land. Bomb in the open. Nothing they can do about it. Last player caught towards mid. And Aurora indeed will even the half.
And at times, we saw some very convincing rounds from Aurora. Sort of 3-4 players staying alive, high-tempo multi-frags. It's just difficult to continue that for an entirety of a half.
Playing on that A-bomb site where Aurora heavy-handed towards B. 1-1-3 splits. B site heavily favoured. Tabson seeing Clax first. Smoke start coming down. The teams will not to take this cave entrance. Smoke towards it. Tabson not involved here. Rigon and CS don't need it at the moment, but as they go down, Clax is going to have to face the Reaper, and the Glock will get picked up quick for Tabson to continue fighting to return. The trades are decent to a 2 versus 2, but look at the HP for Nori. He's going down in an instant, as is Deco. JDC, quick pop out, quick couple kills. Force buys of Aurora. We're going to try and answer back again in the early round. Pearson close against Clax, ready to receive, dropping that bomb. Nori isolated but not found. Try and look to push on towards this A-bomb site. Flashes keeping Crimbo blinded. Utility will try to get them into the bomb site itself. Engagement, the lineup doesn't quite get both of the picks, but Kenzie's low, easily found by JDC. And Tabson in the back as well. We'll see that scout player as well. Damage done to Deco. He's forced to fall back. Bomb now in the open, in CT control. The CTs don't have to make all that many moves to try and hold the round. JDC and Tabson are tagged to the scouts. Rigon moving up, closing the gap. Nadil from range of Lackey on the backstab. The best he can do is attempt to get a kill or two. 3 CT standing off against him. Yeah, he will get taken down. Big hold their 3 in. They hold their 2 in a row in this half. Tagged down by a little over 15 points of health. JDC finding open space to work with there at red. No smokes available for the CT, of the T side rather. Nori HE to 12 points of health at Tetris. Another HE will take him. Another quick burst will take him down as well. There's that HE. Nori's the first to fall.
And there's a lot of intent on fighting aggressively towards mid, and Lucky's hoping that he can deal with the CTs.
Finally, that smoke comes in. I think Lackey was spotted by JDC, though. He's going to try and back off. Gun still pulled out, and Lackey's going down, offering an AK up to the CT side.
And now things just start falling apart. Kenzie's late lurking. 2 players with the bomber in towards A, and you've got a Donut, Orp, and Crimbo defensive.
Shot from Searson. Kenzie has dropped. Clax and Deco. Trying to get back into this A-bomb site. Molotov's coming in towards them. Crimbo going to burn the 45 points of health. Shot from Searson. Even fantastic to turn back away from that flashbang. Get Deco. Claxton a 1 versus 5. Rigon's going to take him with JDC's extra support. Credited with the kill in the end. And that is Aurora looking absolutely shamed here by Big. Tabson. Initial forward face, trying to lean forward to that cheat smoke, trying to look down at lane. Blind sprays on Nori, catching him with the wallbang kill. The Orpa Searson's revealed, but the Orpa Deco can't take the trade. Lackey trying to make space happen towards that B bomb site as his teammates continue to try fight back towards that shell position. Pixels are seen, the flicks don't quite land from the big green gun. Searson is repositioning back towards that short entryway. Deco is now posted to try and receive him as Rigon fights onto Lackey, takes him down to that back wall. 5-on-3 established by Big again.
And just the alert position from Clax, so late to being activated. And they've lost so much in the round. It's a shame because they had so much space on B, didn't they? They were almost pressurizing the Orb deep in short, but just could not get the right timings to work the picks.
Deco, that's enough for Searson to receive him on that second face. That small little overfight, good enough for the kill, good enough for the round at this stage for Big. A 2 versus 5 that you just don't see Kenzie or Clax taking from here. They're not being flanked or pressured, but time is against them heavily, and there are so many CTs to deal with. Tabson will start to peek in. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Both their backs are turned. Easy double up, and they both go down. Map point for Big.
And if you are the cheater player, it is at times a spam simulator. You are just constantly looking for wall bangs.
Yeah, not the way you wanted to start in this series, especially when things were looking rather positive in the first half, like you mentioned. Thought there might have been some sort of basic build-off as the CT side switches over for Big. Aurora have been losing time after time. They've at least won this opening pick. Look at how quickly Searson takes it right back, though. Nori offering up a shadow of information. A kill gets found. JDC behind Red. Backed away because Lackey's cross being undetected. Couldn't get checked upon. Here's the footstep of Crimbo check in, and the Galil can take the pick back. So, man advantage held. Searson's been involved to catch the rotators, and Kenzie is down next up. The bomb's on his way. Searson's caught a double. Shadows again being seen as the flicks can't quite land. The incendiary's coming forward. Lackey's starting to flank, and Searson's going to get pressured. So eventually Aurora will overwhelm the A bomb site, but can they fend off the Rigon and JDC retake?
A great spacing and timing there from Lackey to insert himself into Red Room. The CT's going to have a crack at this.
Lounging on the ground floor, tried to get back up towards Tree. Rigon gets the kill as he inserts to the back lines, and Deco will get JDC as Rigon is in the end traded by Klax. It was far more likely that would be the outcome over Aurora bringing in the comeback. Again, Big have looked like a far better squad, especially on the CT side. I'll take lane presence. There will be a small challenge from JDC. Nades the back and forth. Rigon also aggressive, seeing several T-sided players, but only getting one of them. Tabson's SMG can extend. Lackey will trade. JDC gets involved with 3 versus 2. HE should do a damage to one towards both players. Klax and Deco caught. Searson is going to get baited to a quick shot. Klax going to try and force him out of position, but not all the way.
And they're just sandwiched into the bomb site at the moment. Crimbo is trying to stop their progression towards Shelf.
M4 crossfire, JDC ready for contact on Deco. He's dropped the bomb. It's Klax now to fight to the AWP and lose it immediately. Big instant response to the lifeline of Aurora. We'll take a very confident 13-7 in an opening map in this best of 3. Where, irrespective of the circumstances, no matter what you want to say about the recent roster move, they have to deal with it here, Aurora. They have to deal with Big in the pistol round, and Kenzie is good to receive Rigon's early aggression. Great shot with the Glock, headshot taken immediately.
Tabson out from the back of triple with JDC is trying to establish the cross. The problem is the T's actually aren't committing off of this straight away.
The suppressing vision with those smokes. Flash is sent in against Tabson's angle, not going to be flash blinded. They are going to swing towards contact for it either. Eventually, they will take that map control away as Deco takes the secondary kill of the round. JDC trying to trade, as is Crimbo, but both players are going to get overwhelmed with the numbers. Game of Aurora, 1 versus 4 now for Searson.
Yeah, quite patient for Aurora. They get the opening kill. They try and slow the round down. You've got a little bit of alert coming in from Lackey towards that connector and jungle area. And then that's when they can just explode out of the bomb site. All of the A-site players basically crumbling, other than JDC at stairs. Searson can try his best, but it's not going to happen. Aurora gets started with a pistol.
Not occupied by Big, and they're already well ahead of it. We'll start to take that mid control eventually. Kenzie spotting that 5-7, unawares of the SMG being a bit closer, pulling his knife out at the wrong moment. Tabson is going to punish that, and now the rest of the T-side players have got to send into the A site, but now Aurora are getting set up against. Big have adjusted to 3 players on the defense. JDC will take Nori, Klax can find Crimbo, JDC out in the open. Manic sprays on Lackey, not going to connect all the way. An AK has been picked up by Tabson, but there's 2 other pistols in support in this 3-on-3. The smoke's all clear, so Searson will have vision, but not that much.
Spam up against the planter. Klax deals with Rigon towards spawn, though.
Advantage tipping back towards Aurora's favour, and the rifler will start pressing. Tabson leading the charge. Leading the slow walk. Flash against him. Sees 2 players. Mows through 1 and gets that second in the end. Now Deco's in trouble. 2 to find. Flashes turned away from. Burst fire to reveal his position. The smokes go down towards default. He can't deny the full 10-second defuse, which might have to come forward from them. As Searson gets his pick, he will look to just the bomb position. I think he's got enough time for this, as Big will indeed answer back to Aurora in the second round.
And this is starting to give us the vibe that the in-game leader is going to make a difference across the entire series, and not just in a one-off map. We saw a fantastic showing from Tabson on Ancient, and then you come into the very first anti-force buy round. Not only is he getting the first kill that warrants himself an AK, but he's setting up the retake. Now, I would have expected that round to be a bit cleaner from Big. You have a bit of an awkward timing from, what was it, Crimbo out there on default with the Deagle trying to look at the players scaling up from A-Ram. They just about get at one, an important force by victory.
Third round, we'll have to receive Aurora's counterforce again. Galil's on 3 players, Deagle and Tech9. HG's to land on Deco and Kenzie. Smoke's involved for Tabsoon. Getting caught off with that smoke in hand. Kenzie's part. Rigon waiting. Caught off on Kenzie. Double up. Instant response. No mental affected on his part. Quick confidence forcing big into the save.
And Tabsoon and Rigon just get owned. And you do not want that on the anti-force fire round at all. You want it to be quite comfortable. You want to trade off with one another. And that is Kenzie making a statement. And with a Galil out of everything.
And consider the loss bonus that they'll have as well. A couple of free rifles in the meantime with the 2 pistol players and Aurora. Feeling pretty peachy about themselves. That was a very confident play in from Kenzie. And Lackey's going to follow suit on Sears and the Orc to drop Crimmer to recover it and just about return onto the man. JDC also towards that B bomb site. They're well protected and the T's will not make it to the site in time to get another hunt in. So good efforts there to get that 3rd player because it puts them in an even worse economical state. Force around the 2 saved rifles, SMGs, P250. Really not much. Clax. Working against Tabson and Searson. Pistol does actually bait him into the open to give Searson that pick. So well done from Tabson. Galil in hand. Rigon's going to take some returning damage. Searson still focused heavily on that connector presence. The smoke that comes down will cancel the hit from Aurora. Repositioning and rotating away.
And this is going to be Tabson clearing quite a lot of info. Yeah, he might not see anybody, but as soon as he sees that there is nothing out in spawn or towards this A ramp, that's when you'll start shifting the rotation. That's when you'll start stacking up heavily on B.
I think you might have heard the footsteps as well. You were already seeing the wraparounds coming in from the CT players. Hunkering down on the B bomb site. Regon's also on the way into the murder hole rotation. Flash is being sent towards the A side to indicate that hit, but Primbo is hunkered down. Kenzie, another great swing. JDC can punish it, take another kill back. Unable to adjust towards Nori, but still the man advantage holds for Big. Rigon is next man up to task. Searson's there with the AWP, missing that cross to the bomb carrier, but Rigon can still swing, still get the pick, and now leave it all on Deco in a 1 versus 3. 30 seconds to his name. CT is crawling all around him. Good Deagle shot on Searson, but unaccounting for Tabson, he'll take him down.
And it's probably the worst thing that you can ask for Big is to have a scrappy game. You don't want this to be back and forth where you're not getting consistent gun rounds, you're constantly resetting one another.
Rifles will set in for Aurora now. AKs across the board. Already, Lackey's taken some HG damage towards top mid. Not a huge amount of it. We'll continue the campaign alongside Kenzie and underpass. Searson taking a ballsy peek forward in the smoke. Doesn't get away with the kill, but neither do Aurora get away with a punish here. JDC starts swinging in from short and does take Lackey.
Searson's lucky that he got out of that one. That should have been a refrag. And Tabson down in con, looking to try and put pressure towards the bottom of underpass. A little bit of a gap in that smoke, trying to generate the fight against Kenzie, and he wins it out.
Gap to hold, easy pick, 5 on 3. Tabson, considering pushing on Deco, who is mostly isolated here towards mid. He's now starting to receive some backup in Nori. Re-smoke onto that mid window, the sniper's nest. We start wrapping over towards the A commitment for Aurora. Big of 3 players total to defend it. Rig on central site, already seeing the head of the first man coming into connector. Palace presence. A dry face in from the T-side player. 4 on, Rig on, easy kill. No flash support from Deco there. The AWP seeing them both kill from JDC. Deco running right into Rigon and Tabson's crossfire. Big hold yet another good round.
And they need to look at progression at the end of the year with the RMR coming up and Thunderpick on saying we need to start getting out of this form. We need to start showing that we can compete at a top level of Tier 2 and contest against Tier 1 teams.
Good shot on Searson. Kenzie's down first.
Back-to-back gun rounds that we've seen aggression coming out of Searson. Do you remember when he went down bottom con to look for that underpass pick? Very next gun round, what does he do? Goes aggressive in the apartments, tries to catch the lurk.
He's holding that angle to ensure they can't really take any apartments control back. Tabson's caught Lackey. JDC might get caught here with a HE in hand. No. Puts that one perfectly placed on Deco with the incendiary support. There's no smoke available for Aurora, so he's the dead man walking. Clax traded by JDC. He took Tabson out for one decent trade, but JDC's one taps are to behold. Struggling to post those kills, struggling to get that impact, struggling to get these rounds over the big side. indictment on their chances. Even if the circumstances aren't ideal for them, things are going wrong and they're unable to make them go right. Lucky even traded out 1-for-1 in mid. JDC and Rigon getting them out advantage eventually. Deco's going to catch Rigon off guard, so 3v3 does ensue. And Crimbo running right into Kenzie also gives up his life. But that bomb's basically committing towards the A bomb site here. Seen by Deco. Tabson's taken JDC a 1v3. Played a stellar game so far, and this clutch feeling plausible with Deco's casualty. Aware of the second man towards CT spawn. The third one is the key concern though. Whereas Kenzie repositioned two. Kit's on him, taps it once. That could be turned towards one of these entryways. Is it going to be the wrong one at the wrong time? Max knows that he's off the bomb. JDC getting to the high ground. And just not seeing anything. There's no utility to play with on the man either, so can't just smoke the bomb this position. Taps it, holds it. Duck face swing from Klax is going to get the kill in. And finally, Aurora have something going right.
Well, they've got pressure points that work out nicely. You get a 1-for-1 trade in mid, you're trading out of A main, and you've got a late lurk in the B apartments. That was an Aurora side that was setting a default, but also being quite aggressive in nature.
7-5 is the best case for Aurora. 9-3 is still the best case for Big, and it's a stellar half to have for their own part. If they find a response, Aurora, they once again put paid to any chances. Searson and Deco, the AWP starts things off for both sides. Deco finding JDC up towards top of mid. The aggressive force of the CT side again going awry. Crimbo now on the defensive line, not being detected. Klaxel takes Tabson. Crimbo can't adjust towards the bomb site as Nori holds a 3-on-2 for his team. Still got CTs closing in on the bomb site. Inside of that smoke, Rigon makes his way out of it. Nori's going to get caught. Is he aware of the AWP player? Deco thinks he might still be playing in the open. The bomb being dropped out, 2 versus 2. Now you've got Rigon close to the bomb site. Back turn at the wrong moment, and Searson is up to clutch.
And Rigon tried his best. It was quite a gimmick to push through that market window smoke. All about timing. This is a tough 1v2 for Searson.
Smoke on site. Bomb tapped and held. Searson checking those corners. AWP on a retake. Boost up for Lackey. Checked. Shot misses out for the German. And Aurora indeed can connect 4. Now look for their 5th to close the half. Trying to recover their T basis. Where the Big have done extremely well to reach this point. Crimbo receiving utility out towards the B bomb site, but not to the execution itself. He puts the smoke down to ensure that he's covered off in the event it does happen. It's all a ruse here from Aurora. Place that third player in for only a moment as the mid-smoke start coming in. They start to readjust towards the default.
Aurora starting to show some comfortability late in this first half. Working these picks in from mid, getting the first kill, but not being traded. Lucky's now going to start inserting himself towards short.
Prods on 2 ends of the map. It's this B site that now seems to be under siege. Crimbo going to get Molotov away from the backside, burning to his demise. Klax going to capitalize on that kill. You still got Nori lurking in mid to catch Tabson's rotation, cut him off. JDC falls all the same towards market. And this is a lot more likely here for Aurora. Wish we could have seen this a bit more in this half. In the end, they have overwhelmed Big to close the half. Still 7-5 up for the CT side. Here goes some tricks up their sleeve in this Thunderpick World Championship run. USP's on Klax first up. Taking fights out towards CT spawn. Going to get pushed away by Big, who are fully committed to the A bomb site. Rigon taking fights over at the murder hole. Meanwhile, keeping all the entryways covered off. Aurora have no access to the bomb site. They've got to use the smoke to try and break through.
A lot of space being taken from Big, but they're going to have to slow down these players in spawn because they're going to run in quite quickly when that smoke goes down from Klax.
P250 at range from JDC. Smoke's up, close to the bomb, but not directly on it. Palace could still be a concern. It might have to be the man that swings in. Klax on the defuse kit, going down, and Tabson spam. Rigon swings forward for a kill as well. Lucky with a decent trade. Nori with one back. Rigon hit the headshot towards Kenzie, and the back of the last man is turned to the CT side, finding Crimbo, but overwhelmed by the Swiss Superman. Again, a triple for him as Big take the pistol round.
It's an awful smoke, isn't it? It's probably them thinking that the bomb was planted on reverse of triple.
The big boys facing the rifle buy of Aurora. The AWP in on Deco. Top fragger of his team's board, extending to his 12th kill of the game. 13th, not quite so much. Man advantage taken by the CT side. He's hoping for more, though. Only a little bit of damage has been done. JDC catching Deco. Klax is ready for the quick swing of the man and trying to adjust towards Palace. Is going to go awry. Crimbo turns it into a 3 versus 3. The A site has been taken, and Tabson is taking the man advantage too.
And they've got to put pressure onto jungle. Nori needs to try and get 2. He only gets 1, though.
Kenzie alone. Now he needs 2 of his own. Could get caught on timing, absolutely not. Looks the right way, at the right time, gets the right kill, and Big keep this hype train running. Bigger on victory row.
Look at what JDC's done. He has run up to stairs and put pressure onto the AWP. That is madness. Such a good start to the round from Deco, but the German just saying, no, we're going to make sure that AWP is falling. You have the back and forth spam from Crimbo out in Palace. JDC is running out of A ramp.
And what a map he's played. Kenzie running up top mid, trying to establish some sort of trade kills. A 3-on-3 as Searson's AWP establishes the pick back to his backup. The Glock picks up the forward facer, but Lucky and Deco take a couple in return. Crimbo is now known about here. The ball's been lost towards him though. A rifle recovered on Lucky. Deco is somewhere close. Lucky looking to engage from range. Flashbang sent. AK fights, and Lucky will win an important steal round here for Aurora.
Well, they have unfortunately trolled the eco. I mean, that should be a sitter.
Down upon this ramp position for Deco's part. 2 T-side players and a CT looking to provide that bonus fragging support. Lucky runs right into the trap though. Dry face of Crimbo, easy headshot, man advantage.
It's the right idea. Deco to hold the angle, the rifler to go in there and create the space. The problem is Big had numbers.
Swing forward for Kenzie, unable to find the fights. Does get Rig on out towards Connector. Tabson, key threat, almost caught jumping, but he gets Kenzie. Nori moving on with a HP advantage over that AK. Crimbo meanwhile striking the bomb site. Klax is picked up. 2 players remain for Aurora. 1 player remains for Aurora as Crimbo supports his captain and gets him out of contention. Deco all alone. Not finding a pick in this round, trying to get something out of it at the tail end, but being flanked from both sides. Tabson gets picked up. Crimbo there for the headshot. And there for the quadra in the round. 11 now for Big.
And it's that small individual mistake of jumping while shooting. I know that that does happen quite frequently in CS, and it's very unfortunate. But if Kenzie is not jumping, mate, he gets 2 kills here. And that separates the split. That entirely ends the round from Big. Numbers are in favor of Aurora. They've got a good setup. Oh. Small differences are going to make a huge margin when it comes to these more impressive teams.
Given to the firepower of the CT side setup and nothing that they can do in terms of responsives here. They'll force the issue into this round. Tech9's Deagles, Galil out, Deco straight into mid. Searson caught flash blinded by Klax's initial utility set. Advantage for Aurora instantly found.
Deco's looking threatening. He is producing impact in this second half, and he is making a difference for Aurora. Big going in for the exec. Klax is going to need some help from rotators.
Smokes to connect to jungle stairs and CT spawn. Klax swinging in, flashbang keeping him blinded, but still did the damage to Rigon. Rigon cannot return in similar amounts. Lucky forward of the smoke, 2 to line up, 1 to go down. Now Crimbo's been tagged low, and the HE's coming in close. Damn, they got him as well. Little time to play with for the Big side to slow things down, but as they slow it down, Aurora try and find a different stance. The backstab of Kenzie going all the way in towards Palace. Only a matter of time before he closes out the pincers of the round itself. JDC tagged low next by Nori. All 3 players tagged so low here. Kenzie will strike, HE sent perfect. And all will drop here on the T side.
And this is concerning for Big, because you had a massive scoreline difference.
Actually, it's not going to be a buy for Big. They're going slightly harsher. They want to try and play for the round 24 map point.
Try and get as much out of it as possible. And this, they'll put emphasis on how threatening can this buy be. Go in for the quicker B pop. Try and get Rigon set up to get some trades. Rotate from Lucky's coming out to support Nori on B.
Flash support smokes in. Lucky backed up. He's going to be blinded off somewhat, but not in time for them to take the contact against the kill. Kenzie a kill. Lucky with a follow-up. JDC and Rigon are down. No trades, no responses, nothing gained by Big here. Gonna go quick out again, this time with the rifles in play. Only one player to the B-bomb site. Nori waiting, hiding, holding for support. What a flick to Rigon. Headshot gained in an instant. JDC needs to try and flank him now. And he's got extra support back there as well towards Market. Molotov's in. Lackey can't push. JDC might take the fight from beyond the fire as the bomb plant is secured as a 4 versus 4.
Oh, there's quite a bit of util to slow down this post plant too. You've got 2 smokes, one of them just being used by Tabson.
JDC is pushing into Market as well. That Molotov trying to drive Lackey deep with the AK revealing his position. And JDC is going to punish that again. Advantage now for Big. AWP blinded by all sorts of util in his way as Klax takes Tabson. There's a gap in that smoke to Searson can now spot for here. They're making their way closer. A shoulder seen. Searson misses that shot, misses a second. Now JDC's up to task again, but he can't hold on forever. The time's ticked too far though. Crimbo, he's holding his nerve, and Searson will get his kill in the end, which is enough for Big to run it all the way down and hit match point first.
It's the right idea for Aurora to go for it. They've got so much cash, there's no point saving.
Just recovered by the Big side. Aurora have held them massively, and they're going to continue to do so. Deco, another opening pick against JDC this time. In towards mid, another CT player is going to fight. And Rigon is trying to get the return, but they're unsuccessful in doing so. Nori's AWP, meanwhile, the double AWP set up in for Aurora, watching the apartments where Crimbo has been trying to challenge. Smokes in the way. AWP watching. HGs do not reveal anything, and Searson turns on Kenzie at the right moment. It's a 4v4.
Got a bit of an info play from Klax and Deco re-aggressing towards his A main portion, but it's going to be a B split here from Big, and there's 2 players on the defense.
Lackey and Nori. M4 and AWP missing a shot, taking damage, smokes back. The players in the apartments can't challenge it, and Nori will get a secondary chance on Tabson. Searson following back against the man. Lackey in the back line, sprays through. 1v3 now for Crimbo. Backstabs closing in. The Market and backside players are to worry about. The info on both. Crimbo's waiting for a swing, but Aurora are offering nothing until the right moment, and we are going to overtime.
Aurora have got that insertion from Klax and Deco again to A main. You've got a double up play on B, and then just a Roma of Kenzie towards this jungle and top con area.
And smokes up and connector in general. Nice HE, placed it up there by Kenzie. Rigon and Searson take that damage, and Rigon's going to boost Searson into that mid window, get the kill that starts things off. Kenzie's damage might be good, but the kill is even better. The AWP of Deco revealing Crimbo as the smoke clears up. It's a trade back to a 4v4 once again.
Look at Ramp. This could be the bomb carrier falling.
Oh, JDC's backing off. I don't know if he's aware of Klax. Maybe not so much, but we'll go ahead alongside Tabson. The information of the rotators might start to prepare those B-site defenders. 45 seconds. Searson is hunting for them.
Oh, good kill there from Rigon. One more B player. A shot from Nori, completely blinded at the backside.
Doing the flashbang dance, and low HP on Rigon as well towards short. The B-side defenders now need to move up here. The engagement from Tabson works well against Nori, and now it's 2 men on the retake for Aurora.
Deco's hoping for a chance. Oh, the wallbang gets so close.
But not quite able to get the kill. And Tabson will take him from beyond that smoke. Klax, the backstab, undetected but accounted for regardless. These Rigon takes him. Incendiary pulled out as Tabson walks out for the triple. And there you go, your law applies. Big take the first of overtime.
Indeed it does, never fails me. Good start from Big. Just try and avoid him. He is easily the best player for Aurora right now.
Searson's fragged out Kenzie first. Advantage taken. ADC. Flashbang gets nothing done against him. Him and Crimbo overwhelm the A-bomb site, and the confidence has fully returned from Big here. Lackey was seen. That Molotov not extending towards the cubby corner. That one will do, however, and he's going to burn to his death. Doesn't put the smoke out in time. Deco ostensibly in a 1 versus 5. Caught Rigon earlier, but now that he's known, the plant will be secured. And this is Big on 14. And at the very least, be ready for it to spread, or at least be ready for a second Molotov to come in. Deco being hunted here. Maybe no rifle, stay in for the CT side. The hunt is on, not like it make a difference to Big's line of things. Overtime sets as well, but Deco will lose the weapon. It will not be great for Aurora. Might be set piece split in with CS and the late lurk out towards mid. Molotov's down towards the start position. Backs at Ninja, gonna get a kill, not a second. Kenzie able to follow up on those trades, however, keep the man advantage in for the time being. Deco's orb will land on CS, and meanwhile, but Tapson and Rigon are still in play, and they are on the bomb site to a 2 versus 2.
Deco and Nori to try and reposition out to jungle or con. They're at least doubled up together.
Low HP on Rigon. Tabson's also tagged. Deco and Nori on 100 apiece. Interesting, they don't have a kit in play here. There's one drop to the dead bodies outside of that connector presence. Smokes deeper, swinging for Tapson, lightning fast and accurate as you want him to be. Deco now revealed the smoke to put his position. The footsteps will be heard. Rigon going to wait for him to face forward to that smoke and hiding back here at ramp, waiting for Deco to make his move, and he's caught by Tapson anyway. Triple locked in and 3 rounds on the trot. Big map and match point again. Double orbs on JDC and Searson. Aurora's going to bring that out on their CT basis. Kenzie struggles with that spray. Comes together in the end. Searson going to face him and not land the shot. The USP comes out instead. JDC's got a pick in the meantime. Deco's orb responds to a 3 versus 3. It's chaos in the early round, and Lackey's backstab going to close in a little bit of peaceful calm until he strikes on Tapson. An AWP at JDC caught by Lackey's HE. Clack's got the damage that assisted in that kill. It's Crimbo on the other side of the map in a 1 versus 2 to win it for Big. 30
seconds into the round and there's 7 deaths. That is the most high-tempo round we have seen all Mirage so far.
Big trying to contest Crimbo. HE and a smoke. HE plays correctly, would take Deco down on the center of the bomb site. Might provide cover for the defuse, but the orb is watching at default. Caught off, shot from Crimbo. The smoke on the bomb going to come through. He has a kit on him as well, and Lackey's playing around the box. The defuse can get tapped. Lackey will blind spray and try to return from Crimbo. Time is short on him. He gets the headshot. Has he got it in time? I don't think he has. He'll try, but he'll fail. Aurora stay alive.
That's a good effort from Crimbo. Tries to tap the bomb, draw that fight out in the open. Just not to be. All Big need to focus on.
Lightning fast round, just about tipped in their direction. Big. 1 match point expended. Pearson trying to lock it in on the second go over. Oh, the HE to reveal Lackey, but still he's good against Tabson's headshot. JDC at least keeps that trade coming in quick.
And Rigon just going to jump spot, and once he gets contact, he'll smoke in front of him, give himself a lurk smoke. Timing for Searson, saw Clacks before the flash came out.
Just about landing the kill as well for it. Utility belt sticking out there at Palace. Rigon burning heavily to 36 points of health. Deco's got an orb frag elsewhere on Searson. Meanwhile, the mid patrol established 3 versus 3. Rigon taking more damage, eventually overwhelmed by Nori. But JDC takes out that mid lurker, looks back in for another. A triple in the round. And the burst fire looking for the quadra. Kenzie is up on the high ground. The flashes keeping him back behind harder cover. And the bomb dropped in the open. The CTs are moving together. And Kenzie's hearing these footsteps. A 1v2 required out to the man to keep Aurora alive here. And he falls to JDC. What a round he has posted, and what a game he has posted for Bigs 2-0. They're in the winners match.